Hello, and welcome to Japanese Craft Beer Reviews. Today's beer is from one of the finest, in my estimation, craft beer breweries in the country of Japan, and that is Kyoto Brewing Company. And I think I probably reviewed more of their beers than from any other brewery. They keep putting out all kinds of interesting things, exploring, pushing the boundaries, and they do have a series of flagship beers, but the interesting ones for me are the ones that come in their different series of beers. Kyoto Brewing was founded in 2015 by three foreign residents of the city, an American man and a Canadian man and a Welshman. And they had been friends earlier when they first came to Japan. They were working together and became good friends. And the one that I knew earliest was the head brewer, who at that time was a home brewer, and he used to come to beer sampling sessions that we would have, bringing his home brew, and we would sample it and talk to him about it, and he improved measurably. From time to time, he would bring just amazing beers. He later studied brewing in the U.S., and he did an internship at Lost Abbey in California, and then came back to Japan. He worked at one of the better breweries in Japan, Shiga Kogen, in Nagano Prefecture. And they opened their brewery in 2015, and right away they were named the best new brewery in Japan by Rate Beer. For that year, and then in 2019 they were rated the best brewery in Japan of all breweries, some 400 or so breweries at that time. They have a tap room in Kyoto, and it is open on weekends, I think Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday now. Still a little bit limited by coronavirus, so they have I think only drinking or takeaway, but eventually, or maybe now they haven't moved back to it. I haven't been there for a while, but maybe move to drinking outside and eventually back inside as well. They have three main flagship beers. If you go on their website, you can see what they are, and a number of series, which are very interesting. They have a Kimagure series, which comes out every season, spring, summer, fall, and winter, and generally an IPA or session IPA, something like that. And more recently, they've made their Kodama series, which is a series of barrel-aged beers. Later, I'll review several of those as well. On Rate Beer, they have about 220 beers. When I last checked, the average rating was something like 3.72, which is pretty high for a brewery. That's out of 5, 3.72. So we're going to take a look at a nice beer from Kyoto Brewing. Please stay tuned. Okay, and let's take a look at this nice beer from Kyoto Brewing, and it is called Kyoto Brewing 6 Journeys English IPA. And this is a series. The 6 Journeys series is going to take us to 6 different countries and explore the influence of that country and combine it into an IPA. And you might say, well, England makes an IPA. Yes, they do. Of course, they were the origin of the IPA, and shipping their beers to India, their pale ales to India. And, but the point of this is to imagine what an IPA might be like if it had been invented now in the 2020s in England. Current IPAs in the world, have been dominated by the American style IPA, both the West Coast, hoppy IPA, and the juicy East Coast or hazy IPA. And Kyoto Brewing is trying to explore, something different. So their first one was Germany, imagining how an IPA might be made if it was invented in modern-day Germany, and this one in England. So what they've used here is all English malt and hops and yeast. So the malt is Maris Otter, one of the finest of British hops, and the hops are Kent Goldings and Fuggles. And the yeast is English ale yeast. So this is a 6% beer at 50 international bittering units. On Rate Beer, it has only 2 ratings, and the average was at 3.45 out of 5. Untapped, there were 47 ratings when I checked, and the average was a little bit higher, 3.73 out of 5. So an English IPA or a modern style English IPA. Shall we give this one a go? As far as I know, they haven't made the 3rd one in this series yet, but they plan on making 6. German, and English now. Okay. So you can see it is a kind of hazy, slightly cloudy, maybe orange amber with a nice solid finger of foam. A little bit sticky there. And the aroma, oh my. Okay. So this is quite different from most IPAs. It doesn't have the hop bomb nose. What I'm getting more is I'm getting the malt, the Maris Otter, very definitely. The fruitiness is mild. It's kind of gentle. Getting a little bit of alcohol from the nose too. It's amazing. So kind of mild-mannered in terms of body. And the alcohol comes through. Light fruitiness, some of that nice grainy, bready, not bready, maybe grainy Maris Otter. Oh boy. Okay. Well, this really hits. The malt hits first and kind of covers the tongue, and then the hops come in. It's kind of a surprising burst of fruitiness. Yeah, something like maybe figs, dates. Kind of overripe fruitiness. Wow. And it really hits, it changes throughout the palate and fades out slowly, and the malt comes back. So the malt is in the beginning and the malt is in the end as well. I do detect a slight bit of alcohol from this, kind of light to medium body. Interesting, unusual. It's kind of IPA that kind of expands what we think of as an IPA. So you might want to give this one a go if you happen to see it. Certainly, I think it's available on the website, their online store. So give it a go. Kyoto Brewing 6 Journeys, and this is number 2. This is called English IPA. So, okay, well that's it for today. I'm going to review some more Kyoto Brewing beers soon, and you can check out the playlist I have of Kyoto Brewing beers if there's one you would like to see. Take care, stay healthy, bye-bye.